Who remembers the Taylormade V-Steel fairway wood? Well, this isn't it. But it sort of is. The Taylormade SIM Titanium 3 wood. Let's do it. And let's do it now. What? With a 3 wood? Wow. Hello everyone, my name's James Robinson and in 2020 we are going to change up the introductions to these videos. So first of all, if you are not new here, I would like to warmly welcome you back to the channel, and I'd also like to thank you very much for your support in watching the videos and subscribing to the channel. If you are new here, then you've been missing out, guys. Please make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any of the great golf related content that I bring to you guys every single day. If you do enjoy the content, then make sure you click that like button. That'll help me know that I know that you know that we know that I know that the Taylormade Sim knows that you're enjoying this content. And as always, it's imperative to me that you guys are a part of my videos. So I need to smash those comments below in this video. Who is looking forward to trying the Taylormade SIM Titanium? I am. So as you may come to expect with Taylormade, their new offering in the fairway wood department is jam-packed full of technology, but not quite the technology that you're thinking about. You see, we know that the Taylormade SIM drivers for 2020 have the asymmetric 20-degree inertia generator, and the fairway doesn't have this. You see, the fairway, if you put that on there, well, it'd just kind of get in the way, wouldn't it? So what we have is the rebirth of a legend, the V-Steel. Oh! And you see, the V-Steel for me brings back so many memories. It is the exact fairway wood that I had as a junior. I had it in a 3 wood, I had it in a 5 wood. I think my dad still has it in a 7 wood or something like that. Dad, if you're watching, hit those comments below. Is it a 7 wood? So the club that I'm hitting in today's video is the titanium version. This is the all singing, the all dancing, the version that you would kind of maybe expect the pros to be playing, the tour pros, Rory, DJ, John Rahm. And you see, last year, I feel like it was a bit of a hiccup for TaylorMade because the M5 titanium, which looked okay, it looked good, let's not beat around the bush, it looked absolutely awesome, but it wasn't played by hardly any of the tour pros because it was just too small. It wasn't forgiving enough. When these guys are playing for big money, even these guys want to look down and see that little bit of forgiveness, see that little bit of confidence. This is exactly what they've done with the Taylormade SIM driver. Taylormade, that is, not John Rahm, DJ, Rory and Tiger, because although I'm sure they would do a great job, we'll leave it to Taylormade. And it's got to be said, I think they've done a great job. So Taylormade's slogan behind this is pushing CG lower to take you higher. I mean, it's cheesy, but I suppose I kind of get it. The V-Steel sole has been totally redesigned to reduce friction with the turf at impact and give you much more confidence to attack the ball from any lie. Just like in the M5 and M6 fairway, we do have twist face on here, so although I'm not a huge advocate on that, I did feel like on the M5 it sort of looked a little bit funny. I do think on here you can't really see it, and that's always a good thing, technology that you cannot see. Now in the warm-up while I was hitting this, I hit some absolute bombs, like this one. What? This is in the warm-up. This is in the warm-up. With a 3 wood. Wow. And I'm hoping that I can recreate some of those for you in this test. We're going to hit 10 shots and see exactly how it performs. That's gotta be one, is it? No. And see if it could warrant going in my golf bag for 2020. So just like in all Taylormade's flagship models in the fairway wood category, we do have the adjustable hosel on there, so we can adjust the loft on this fairway wood. That is always handy. In the SIM Max and the SIM Max D version, you don't have that. That's similar to the M6 model from last year. And you may notice that one big thing's missing from this SIM Titanium fairway wood. In all the previous M3, M1, M5, we had the immovable weights, we had the movable sole, we had the movable technology in there to either adjust CG, adjust it to draw, fade, bias, just generally have a good play around. Whereas with the Taylormade SIM Titanium fairway wood, we don't have any of that. We just have the 80-gram V-Steel sole weight, and I've got to say I quite like that. I think it's refreshing, and I think it just looks better. If the drivers lack that shelf appeal with the inertia generator on the back, the fairway wood definitely makes up for it because it looks awesome. Now, one thing I'm definitely noticing with this is just how easy it is to hit. Usually when you test out Taylormade's headlining fairway wood, the M1, the M3, the M5, it's a little bit small, it's a little bit unforgiving, and it's a little bit hard to get on with. Not this thing. I must say I haven't actually struck it out the middle yet in this test. I know that because I did in the warm-up. I'm really excited about this. What? Wow. But there isn't a shot in this data so far that I wouldn't be satisfied with on the golf course, and that's a huge part of a fairway wood, isn't it? Yes, it's how good can you hit it off the tee, how far can you hit it off the fairway when you absolutely nuke it, but for me the big thing is how good is it when I don't quite catch it, how good is it when I get it out the toe, out the heel, out the bottom, and that for me is one of the big factors of this club, just how big that head is, just how deep the face is, just how long it is. Oh, I'm sorry, what's that, you ask? You see the little ZR sign in the top right hand corner or top left hand corner, depending on which way you have this club, is to signify that the SIM Titanium fairway woods aren't just any old titanium. They aren't just titanium, they are Zatec titanium, and that means absolutely nothing to me whatsoever. But Taylormade claim this is a really hot titanium, it's a really fast titanium, it's also a very rare titanium, which is why we don't see it in the drivers. There actually just basically isn't enough of it. So we spent loads of time talking about technology, but what about feel? What about looks? Because that's really all you want from a fairway wood, isn't it? Terrible strike, and it's still done pretty well. In fact, it's done really well. I do actually really enjoy the look of this. I enjoy the look not just on the bottom, which is a little bit different to the drivers, which leave a little bit to be desired on the bottom, I think is fair to say. I absolutely dig it on top, and the feel when you get it feels awesome, and the feel when you don't get it still feels pretty good, which is a big thing. Okay, I've been blabbering on for way too long. The video is now going to change. We're going to keep going until James can absolutely nuke one. I think that's fair enough, really. That was high toe. Right. Must be. Guys, make sure you do hit those comments below. Not only are you going to try the Taylormade SIM Titanium 3 wood this year, but what would you like to see me test it against? Would you like to see me test it against the Cobra fairway woods? Because it looks like they are going to set a benchmark this year. Would you like to see me test it against the new Callaway fairway woods? What about the Ping fairway woods, the Titleist fairway woods, the Mizuno fairway woods? I've got a feeling it's going to be a busy year. There's the one. There's the one. You see there, I've managed to get that ball. It's a little bit higher up on the face, and that's resulted in a much better ball flight and also a much more powerful ball flight as well. So I've just hit 10 shots there with the Taylormade SIM Titanium fairway wood, and how has it gone? I've got to say, guys, I'm a little bit buzzing about it because I've not hit it that well. I'm not swinging that well at the minute, but that is going to change eventually. It's got to change eventually, hasn't it? And it's done pretty well. I've really enjoyed hitting it. I've enjoyed the feel of it. I've enjoyed the sound of it. It's definitely a candidate to go in my bag and potentially replace the Callaway Epic Flash Sub-Zero, which I've actually not hit that much this year. But maybe I'm just not playing golf courses which are long enough, or maybe I should stop hitting driver off the tee every single time. Anyway, we're sidetracking. How's it done? Let's find out. So, dispersion for the Taylormade, oh, whoops, sorry about that, it is the SIM Titanium, not in fact the V-Steel, but I was getting excited there. Quite happy with that. There's not one horrible low left shot. If I'm attacking a par 5, they're all going to be there or thereabouts. And if I'm hitting it off the tee, remember I've hit these off the fairway or off the mat, off the deck, whatever you want to call it, it would probably be a little bit better. But again, I'd be quite happy with that. You're going to hit the fairway with most of those or thereabouts. But how far has it gone? So as you can see there, a variance of numbers to match my inconsistent swing at the moment. And look at that bottom number, 257 going 264 total, 99.9 club speed, 148 mph ball speed, sub 2000 spin. We have an average, which is knocked down a bit because of the inconsistency of the shots, of 251, an average club head speed of 101. So interestingly, the good shot, number 10, was lower than average club speed, but I've obviously hit it out the middle or higher up on the face, as I said. So we have an average ball speed of 150.8 and an average spin of 3,585. So all in all, the Taylormade SIM Titanium 3 wood. How do I feel about it? What do I think? To be honest, I really like it, and that's not just because the looks, it's not just because the feel, it's not just because the sound, it's because of the performance on those off-centre hits. But for my game personally, I wonder if this face is just a little bit too deep. When I was getting it low out the face, it was spinning a little bit too high, and that was robbing me of distance. But it could be an absolute knuckleball off the tee, couldn't it? If you tee it a little bit higher, get it a little bit higher in the face, generally the middle, then it's going to go a lot further, just like that last shot did on the testing, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button below. Also, speak to a friend if they like golf, if they like watching golf content, if they want to improve the game, if they want to see club reviews. Make sure you send them the videos as well, see if they enjoyed them, see if they want to hit that subscribe button as well. Leave us a like if you enjoyed that content, and as always, guys, I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow.